There you go. Hopefully I can see you. I can see a few of you. We are getting started. Pilates Strong. Welcome. My name is Abby Apple. Today you need a ball, a little inflatable ball, and you need a mat. And that's it. So we'll get through some of the basic exercises, and then today we'll focus a bit more on the side of the body. So lateral movements, your hips, a little bit of side planking toward the end. Okay, so we're on the ground, and we'll start with some basics. I don't use music for those of you who have not taken this before. I just talk. I get to hear my own voice, which is great. Instructors like to hear their own voices. All right, so we're starting in a kneeling position. Hands under your shoulders. I'm going to just angle the camera down so I can see you guys better. So you're in a kneeling position in your quadruped, and you've got your weight distributed evenly on your hands and your feet. And we're starting with just a cat and cow. So this is the warm up, though I know all of you are warm. So it's more about activating the right muscles. I want you to use your abdominals to pull your back up or pull your abs up into your spine. And then inhale, lengthen out through your neck all the way from the top of your head to your tailbone, but keep your rib cage connected to your hips. So exhale, flex. You're not really pushing too much into your hands. And then inhale, lift your head and look out to where the wall meets the floor. Your base moldings, good. Exhale, flex. And then inhale, extend, make sure that your ankles are close to flat on the floor. One more time, exhale, flex. Inhale, come back to your extension. So your back is arched. And then exhale, come back to where you think neutral is. So your spine is almost straight with the floor. Now, hold that position. Reach your right arm out in front of you. So your arm is a little below your shoulder, below your ear. And then reach the opposite leg away from you. Good. So now you do the same thing, oppositional arm to leg. So flex, round your back, elbow touches your knee, and then extend, look out again to your base molding. Good. So exhale, flex. Inhale, extend, lengthen out. So getting longer, not lifting higher. Good. Exhale, flex. Inhale, square your shoulders. So you're lifting your pelvic floor and flattening your abdominals. That's your scoop. And again, exhale, flex. Inhale, extend, thumb points up, and then exhale, bring your hands back to center. And if I'm talking too much and you lose your breath, just take an extra breath when you need to, which tends to happen. Reach your left arm out, thumb points up. Reach the opposite leg away from you. So you're straightening your legs, square your hips. So inhale first. Now exhale, flex, elbow to knee, look at your knee, look at your elbow, then inhale, reach out, extending your spine a little bit. Your abs are engaged, rib cage closes. So exhale, flex, look at your knee. Inhale, extend, push the ground away from you, squeeze your butt. 2 more times, exhale, flex. Inhale, extend, lengthen. 1 more time, exhale, flex, pull up from your abs, and inhale, extend, and then exhale, lower your hands and your feet and your knees back to the ground. Now, roll yourself over onto your back, and we'll do a few more activation exercises, like 5 minutes of this. So your feet are on the ground. Your knees and your feet line up with your sit bones. So if you walk your feet all the way together right now, so your heels, your knees and your toes are touching, right now they're closer together than sit bones. If you open your heels and still keep your toes touching, your heels are probably sit bones distance, and then open your toes so they line up with your heels. So now you're in a straight line, but your feet are not very wide. So let's move on and do a hip bridge or a glute bridge. So palms are down. Inhale, stay here, palms down. And as you exhale, peel your hips and your spine up off the floor 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Now we tend to press back into the feet. I want you to think of coming up and almost pulling yourself with your heels into that same position. So your knees are tracking right over your ankles. Inhale, stay at the top, chin is tucked. And then exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time so that your butt touches the floor last. Good. Keep your toes down. We'll do that again like 4 more times. Inhale, stay at the bottom. Exhale, turn your glutes on. So lift your pubic bone and your tailbone. Good. Trying to create a straight line from your knees to your hips to your ribs. Inhale, stay at the top. Activate your glutes. Engage your obliques by squeezing your rib cage down. And then exhale, roll down into your rib cage first. Then your lower back, then your sacrum, then your butt touches the floor. 3 more times. Inhale, flatten your abdominals, lift your pelvic floor, then exhale, roll your butt up. So most of your movements are done on an exhale. Just keep that in mind. So inhale when you get to the top and keep weight on your big toes and your pinky toes. Good. Heels. So you have a solid base. Inhale, stay there, and then exhale, roll down rib cage first, then your lower back, and then your sacrum right here, that bony spot, and then your butt touches the floor. Let's do that one more time. Palms are down. Inhale, stay at the bottom. We'll do it 2 more times, so I'm not lying to you. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. Just make sure your knees are still tracking because we tend to roll to the outsides of the feet. When you get to the top, inhale, activate your glutes, engage your core, and then exhale, roll down into the ribs first. So you're sinking into your ribs, then into your lower back. Unless it bothers your lower back, then just bring your butt down. Good. And lower your butt. One more time. Inhale, stay at the bottom. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. So we want to get those glutes to turn on now because we'll be using them toward the end of the workout today or the second half of the workout. Good. Stay at the top right here. Heels down, big toes down, palms down. Reach your fingertips towards your heels with your palms and your arms down. And then exhale, roll down into your ribs and your lower back and your butt. Now, stay here at the bottom. Keep your back down. So you want your back on the ground. I like to do an imprint. Chin is tucked. Inhale, stay here. So you're imprinting and flattening your back. As you exhale, can you lift one knee to tabletop or close to it without moving your hips or your back? Now, inhale, squeeze really hard through your core and then lift the other leg to tabletop. Yeah, so if you're squeezing hard enough, nothing will move. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, lower one foot down to the floor without moving the other leg. You're like, ooh, without moving your back. So no air between your back and the floor. Inhale, stay here. And then exhale, lower the other foot. So it's all about stabilizing. And you play a little tug of war with your leg. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, stay at the bottom. Exhale, lift one knee to tabletop. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, lift the other knee to tabletop. You're like, right there. Flatten your abdominals. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower your first leg down to the floor without moving this other leg because it wants to counterbalance. Inhale, stay here. And then exhale, lower your foot down to the ground. And we are starting now. Who's like so excited? So palms are down on the floor. Chin is tucked. Inhale, stay. As you exhale, heel your head, your shoulders up off the floor. So your head and your shoulder blades are coming up. You're reaching your arms low towards your ankles and chest is open. So look at your body. If your belly's popping up, can you flatten it? Can you just engage your core a little more? Inhale, stay here. And then exhale, lower your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, and your head to the floor. That's it. Keeping your core engaged. So there's no rest. Inhale, stay at the bottom. Exhale, peel your head, your shoulders up off the floor. Reach your arms towards your ankles. So you're reaching so hard that you feel your lats turning on. Isometric engagement. Inhale, scoop, flatten your abdominals more. And then exhale, lower your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, and your head in that order. Keep your core engaged. 2 more times. Inhale, feet down. Exhale, peel your head, shoulders off the floor. Now your bottom rib remains on the floor the whole time. Inhale, stay here. Arms are long, fingers together, thumbs together. Exhale, lower your fingers, your shoulders, your head back to the floor. And one more time. Inhale, scoop. Keep your back down, your ribs down. Chin is tucked. Exhale, peel your head and shoulders up. So you're looking out over your legs, trying to remove tension from your neck. You're like, impossible. Inhale, stay here. Reach your fingers. And then exhale, lower your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, and your head to the floor. Now, we are moving on pretty quickly today. So lift your knees to tabletop. I know you were warm, so we're good there. Rib cage down, abs are flat. Take your hands and just kind of cup the bottoms of your knees for single leg stretch. So inhale, tuck your chin. Exhale, peel your head and shoulders off the floor. Good. So your knees are close to tabletop. Look at your body. And you can always place a hand behind your head. So don't feel like you have to be in pain in your neck. Inhale, stay here. As you exhale, reach your right leg nice and long away from you and pull your left knee towards your nose. That's it. Keep the leg elevated. Inhale, come back to center, hold. Exhale, send the other leg out. Pull your right knee towards your nose now. Scoop. Back is down. Inhale, come back to center and lower your shoulders as you exhale. And we're doing that again. Inhale, scoop, give your neck a break. Exhale, roll your shoulders up. Look at your body. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, reach one leg out. Pull your left knee toward your nose. So your right leg's going out, left knee's coming in. Inhale, come back to center, close your legs. Stay here. Exhale, send the other leg out, flatten your abdominals. Inhale, knees together and lower your shoulders again. So we just broke it down a little differently. Now lace your fingers, let your head rest on your fingertips to give your neck a break. Again, same thing. Inhale, exhale, roll your shoulders up, look at your body. You're like, all right, now here goes the good piece. Are your shoulder blades up? Ideally, yes. Inhale, stay here. Now you've got 2 leg movements with an exhale. So exhale, reach right, exhale, reach left, stay there, shoulders up. Exhale, inhale, reach right, inhale, reach left. So you have exhale and inhale and inhale. It's more about straightening your leg. Exhale exhale, then going low. Inhale and inhale, flatten your abdominals. Exhale, lengthen, pull your knee towards your nose. Good. Inhale and inhale. One more time. Exhale, reach, exhale, pull your knees in and lower your shoulders as you exhale. Hey, so far so good. So start with your knees bent, tuck your chin, reach one leg up and one leg out with your head down to start. So notice how low my other leg is. It's not very low at all for scissors. So we're not lifting the head just yet. So can you feel the back of your top leg stretch? We want to maintain that. Now, inhale, switch legs and open your legs in the same way, but your one leg is down, one leg is up. So you just switched. Good. Switch again, inhale, and then exhale, open. So I'm really controlling how low that other leg is going. One more time, inhale and exhale. Now stay here. Stay here, inhale. As you exhale, roll your shoulders up and reach your hands towards your ankle. And now you can take your bottom leg a little lower. It's like, uh-oh. All right, ready? Inhale, switch legs, exhale, open. Inhale, cross your legs, exhale, open. That bottom leg is long. It's not very low. Inhale and exhale. So you're in control of your bottom leg. Legs are straight. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. Look at your body. Inhale and exhale. You've got 3 more of these. Inhale, exhale. Good. 2 more to go. Inhale and then exhale. So it's a quick inhale. Ready? One more time. Inhale, exhale, hold. Pull your knees into your chest and then roll your shoulders down as you exhale. Who's like, oh, who's like, yay. Now, drop your feet to the floor, and this is where all the glute work comes in today. So let's come back to our shoulder bridge. We did that a little earlier when you were lifting and lowering your hips. Now we're adding more challenge onto it. So once again, start with your feet, sit bones distance. Okay, sit bones distance. So in that together, your knees are about a fist width apart, palms are down. So let's start with just the roll. Inhale, prepare. Exhale. Roll your hips up. So first, activate your glutes, palms down. So you're trying to create that straight line from your knees to your hips to your ribs. And don't worry about the breathing too much yet. All right, so inhale, press into your right leg and pull your left knee into your chest, hold, and raise your left leg to the ceiling. It was like, oh, are your shoulders square? Or are you leaning over to one side? Fire that right glute. So you lifted the left leg, so the right glute is doing everything. Take an extra breath. Good. Now, inhale, stay here. Now, exhale, bend your knee. And as you place your left foot back on the floor, can you lift your hips higher so they didn't fall to the ground? I know. Good. Inhale, stay here again. Palms down, chin is tucked. Then exhale, roll your butt back down to the ground. Here we go again, other side. So first, inhale at the floor. Exhale, peel your hips up off the floor. That's it. Find that nice straight line. Now press into your left leg. As you inhale, pull your right knee into your chest and raise your right leg up to the ceiling. Palms down, shoulders down. Who feels left butt? Me. Stay there, inhale. Now exhale, bend your right knee. And as you start to lower your right foot to the floor, can you lift your hips higher? You're not actually lifting them higher, just keeping up the same height. Good, inhale, stay here. And then exhale, roll your butt down to the floor. Okay, here we'll go a little faster. Inhale, exhale, roll your hips up. Push into your right leg. As you inhale, left knee to chest, left leg to the ceiling. Lift your butt higher. Good. Good. As you exhale, bend your left knee and start to lower your foot to the floor, but lift your hips higher. Whose butt's on the ground? Lift your butt back up. Ready? Inhale, pull your right knee into your chest and raise your right leg to the ceiling. And exhale, bend and lower, lift your hip back up. Because you're just switching legs. Other side. Inhale, left knee comes in, left leg goes up. And then bend and lower as you exhale, lift your butt higher. Whose butt's on the floor? Lift higher. Last one. Inhale, right knee into your chest, raise the right leg up, get the leg straight if you can. Bend the knee, lift your butt a little higher. I know that's hard. Stay there. Inhale, hold, palms down, and then exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Who's like, oh, those are hard. They are. They're super challenging. So bend your knees, roll yourself all the way up. Grab your ball. Whose glutes are turned on now? Little. Who felt only hamstrings? That happens too. Next thing, you can change the position of your feet. So let's continue kind of on that same path with glutes. You're like, uh-oh. So here's the hardest thing. We're using the ball today. And if the ball just keeps rolling away, don't worry about it. But we're doing heel squeeze with the ball. So let me show you what that looks like. So your heel, you'll start with your feet about mat width apart. Then you bend your knees. And instead of there today, the ball is going between your ankles. You're like, oh, ankles and heels. Yep. So your butt, your ankles, your feet will line up over your knees. So before you go anywhere, you have the ability to squeeze the ball. If the ball's too high, that will not be possible, right? It will kind of twist all over the place. So bring your head down on top of your stacked hands. So your forehead is on your stacked hands. You have just giving the ball a little squeeze, nothing crazy. And then press your pubic bone into the floor, but lift your abdominal wall away from the floor. So the hips are coming down while the abdominal wall, not the skin so much, but the wall, the abs are coming up a little bit. So you're maintaining that neutral spine. So let's start with just a squeeze. So inhale, press your pubic bone down. And as you exhale, just squeeze the ball. You're like, oh, glutes, hamstrings. Good. Inhale, release half the pressure, but don't lose the ball. Now exhale, squeeze the ball between your heels. So your toes are coming towards your knees. Your dorsiflexed in the ankles. Good. Inhale, release half that pressure. Now this time, exhale, squeeze the ball so hard and press your pubic bone down harder that your knees start to lift away from the floor. Just a bit. They don't have to lift very high. Now inhale, lower your knees back to the floor. So as you exhale, squeeze the ball, press your pubic bone into the floor, and then inhale, release that and come back down to the floor. Let's try that again. Just five more times, right? So exhale, lift, pubic bone down, abs lift up, tension out of the neck. Inhale, come down. Exhale, squeeze the ball, lift up. Hamstrings and glutes is what we're looking for. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the ball, press your pubic bone down. Yep, to save your back. Inhale, down. Try it 2 more times. Exhale, lift. It's very small as you lift. Inhale, down. 1 more time. Exhale, squeeze the ball, lift like you're making an imprint of your foot on the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lower your knees, and then exhale, grab the ball, let your legs extend. I was like, okay, I got that. All right, a little bit of back work. So just make sure your ball is kind of corralled for a moment. We're going to come back to it in a few seconds for the good stuff. So your toes are down. Walk your legs closer together so your inner thighs or your feet are touching. Look at the floor. Pull your feet farther away from the floor. You're still looking at the floor. Feet, your chest. As you inhale, lift up. Turned on. So lower your chest. Pelvis stays down. Inhale, lift. Always looking at the floor. Reach your fingertips towards your toes. And then exhale, lower your chest. 3 more times. Inhale, back, postural muscles. Arms are right next to your thighs. Exhale, lower, scoop, toes down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Abs are still pulled up. Press your pelvis down. And exhale, lower to the ground. Hands under you. Bend your knees, bend your toes, and shift your weight back into a child's pose. And we have some side leg work to do right now, which I'm always excited about. All right, so grab your ball and you're staying down on the floor. Just want to check the time to make sure I'm not too far off. Oh, perfect. My timing's really good today. So the ball, pick your best side. The ball is actually going under your waist. So let me show you what that looks like. You're starting with your knees in front of you. Find your waist, rib, hip. The ball goes right underneath that. And then you, this is the best piece, drape yourself over the ball. So you are in a nice straight line from your head all the way to your ribs to your hips. Your knees will be in front of you. Feet, if you look down at your feet, they're probably lined up with your hips. Good. Okay, now it gets better, I promise you. Take your hands on the floor here. It's uncomfortable for like a moment. Who's like, it's not that uncomfortable. Now, if your arm is out in line with your body, go ahead and just bend your elbow. You're like, oh, look at that. So now you are pretty aligned. Your head all the way to your hips. Then take your top leg and straighten out your top leg. So now your top leg should line up with the rest of you. And if you find yourself kind of leaning forward, or you find that your leg's in front of you, move that leg back and then stack your shoulders. All right, here goes the good piece. So inhale, raise the outside of your leg toward the ceiling. And then exhale, flex your foot and squeeze isometrically down toward the floor. Inhale, lift to point. And then exhale, squeeze. It's not very big. Inhale, lift and point your foot. Exhale, flex and squeeze your sit bones. Good. Inhale, lift. And then exhale. Now you're still engaging your core. Inhale, point. And then exhale, flex and squeeze. Let's do it again. Inhale. And then exhale. Good. Same thing. Inhale. You've got 10 of these. You've got a few variations of this. So inhale, lift, exhale. So you're squeezing this glute medius right here. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, flex and squeeze 3 more times. Inhale. And then exhale, flex, lowering your foot toward the floor. One more time, inhale and exhale. I lied, last one. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, flex, and get your leg in line with your body. Now, point your foot. You've got circles. So we slowly inhale up to the front, exhale down to the back. Now I'm going really slowly through these. Inhale up, exhale down. Half the circle should be in front of your hip and half should be behind. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You've got 5 more of these, 4 more of these. Who feels their hip? 3, 2, and 1. Hold and switch direction of the circle. Inhale up to the back, exhale down to the front. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Who feels their hip now? You're like, I know, right? Is your leg straight? Is your foot pointed? You've got 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale up, exhale down. Last one. Hold your leg right here. Square your hips. There's more. We're not quite done yet. Pull your knee in towards your chest, extend your leg out in front of you, pull your knee back in, and then reach your foot away from your body. So inhale, exhale. Yes. Inhale and exhale, squeeze your butt. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, reach back. Try that a couple more times. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, almost done. Inhale, reach, and exhale. You've got 3 more. Reach and lengthen without moving your spine. That's the best thing with the ball. Yeah, it locks your spine in place. Good. You got 2 more to go. Reach. Last one. Hold your leg in front. Now from here, lift and lower. You've got 10, 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. 2 more to go. And then reach your leg back out in front of you or behind you and lower your knees. And then let yourself just kind of drape over the ball. You're like, oh, and take your top arm over you. Straighten out your leg. Who does not want to do the other side? I know. Who's like, Daria's like, that's a lot harder than it was last week. Good. Switch. Who felt their hip? Okay, other side. Same exact thing. So you are lying over the ball. So before you actually come down to the floor, find your waist, start to move yourself in the right direction so that the ball is right under your waist, rib and hip. Your knees are in front of you. Yep. If you look at your feet, they line up with your hips. And then once again, drape yourself over the ball, other hands in front of you. And then after you bend your elbow, you don't even need to move anything. You should naturally come up to the right position. Then straighten out your top leg. So I love it because the ball's giving you that waist. It's giving you that that natural lateral flexion in your spine. All right, lengthen out your neck. Here we go. So inhale, lift your leg and notice your leg is in line with you. It's not behind you or in front of you. And then flex on the way down as you exhale. So inhale and then scoop as you exhale. Good. Inhale. So it's just isometric on the way down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift and point. Exhale, flex and squeeze. Inhale. And then exhale, flex your foot, squeeze your heel down. Inhale. And you might even touch the floor. Exhale. Good. Inhale. You got 4 more and exhale. Great activation for your glute medius. Inhale. And then exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, point. Exhale, squeeze. Rib cage is still closed. Shoulders stacked. Inhale and exhale. You got 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flex. And 1 more time. Inhale, point. And then exhale, flex. So your legs in line with your body, hands on the floor. Now, point your foot. You've got circles. So inhale up to the front, exhale down to the back. So inhale and exhale. So once again, half the circle is in front of you and half the circle is behind you. So inhale, exhale. And it's the size of a dinner plate. It's very small, not a dinner platter or a dinner plate. Inhale, exhale, 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So scooping. Now switch direction of the circle. Inhale up to the back, exhale down to the front. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Who's like, we are so, anybody feel the hip now? Who's like, this side is way harder. Inhale, exhale. You've got 3 more. Good. 2 more. 1 more to go. Inhale up and exhale, hold. Now here it goes. Pull your knee in towards your chest, raise your leg or reach your leg out. That's why your hand is here. Bend and then extend. So we've got inhale, exhale. Good. That was 2. Inhale, exhale. So you're getting a little lengthening in the hamstring. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, reach back out. Activate your glute isometrically. Inhale and exhale. We've got a few more. I know we're trying to get to about 8 to 10. Reach and lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Good. Hopefully you don't hear my husband in there. He's really loud when he's on the phone. He doesn't know it. Good. Hold your leg out. That was your inhale. Now, here we go. Lift and lower, and then start to coordinate your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Super tiny. You've got 5 and 4. I know. And 3 and 2 and 1. Bend your knee, reach your leg back out, lower your foot, and then drape yourself over the ball. Who's like, that's not so bad? Good. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Now, you can stay right where you are. You're like, we're adding on a couple more pieces today. So move the ball. And I'm going to lay my mat out just as I'm doing more of a side plank. We don't have a lot of these, so have no fear. If you're not used to doing things on your hands, side plank is ideally done on the hands. So you're starting here, seated right behind your hip bone. Okay, that's first. Now the legs, here goes the hard part. So you're resting on your hip bone, your bottom knee is bent, yes, and your foot is in line with you, the bottom foot. Now look at the top foot. The top foot is in front of your ankle. Good, okay. Top foot's in front of your ankle, you're resting on your hip, and your hand is away from your shoulder and it points away from your body. Now your other hand is just resting on your knee. Open the top knee. So your legs kind of look like a diamond. All right, here we go. So we inhale, move this bottom knee back a bit until we are in a modified side plank position. That's it. Hold, press your hips forward. That's your inhale. Now as you exhale, just slide your knee back down to the floor and sit on your hip again. One more time. Inhale, raise. Open your hips, press your top knee to the ceiling, and then exhale, lower your hips and push your knee forward. One more time. Inhale, open your hips, close your ribs, and then exhale, lower. Now we're making this more challenging. So trust me on the next piece, most of you will get this. Move your hand farther toward the end of the mat, wait, and then move your feet farther toward the other end of the mat. Okay, here it goes. Notice my feet. Your ankles will never be stacked. Both feet are going to be on the floor, each of them. Here we go. So we inhale, we straighten the legs up, and the arm comes up to the ceiling. Who did it? Right. If you didn't, you'll self-correct. Now notice my top foot is on the floor and my bottom foot's on the floor. Now bend your knees, exhale, come back down. You're like, oh, you're only doing one more of those, just 2. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, raise, press your weight over your arm, squeeze your rib cage or close your rib cage. Good. And lower yourself as you exhale. That was it. Who's like, wrist, shake out your wrist, and you'll do the other side. Okay. This side will be easier, I promise you. All right. So let's move on the legs really quickly. So once again, you're in a very kind of a little very tiny position. Your bottom knee is bent with your knee in front of you. Good. Look at your ankle, that bottom ankle, and then take your top leg so that your ankle crosses in front of your bottom ankle. Good. So your top knee points up and you're really close. So we're just coming up to the kneeling position. Other hand comes on top, rib cage closed. So we inhale, come up, push your bottom knee back a little bit. You've got to load your arm. I know. Open your hip and then exhale, come back down. 2 more times. Here we go. Inhale, open your hips. Look up at your hand for a moment. Fingers point away from your body. Exhale, lower. 1 more time. Inhale, raise your body up, press your hips forward, squeeze your butt a little bit, press the ground away from you. Good. And then exhale, lower. Now here it goes. Shimmy your feet toward the end of the mat, move them away, and then move your hand farther away. It was like, oh, I know. Okay. So both feet are on the ground. Important to keep that in mind. Here we go. So inhale, press into your feet and then press your body over your arm, squeeze your inner thighs, arm comes up. There it is. Who got it? Open your chest and then lower back down. Only 2. You've done 5. So you've done 5 on each side, 4 on this side. Last one. Here we go. Inhale, straighten your legs, squeeze your sit bones together. Arm comes up just a side plank. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. Exhale, lower back down. Lovely. And shake out your wrist. Who feels okay? Good. That's it. If you did that, you're like, wow. Oh, I'm late. All right. So let's come back to a seated position. You're like, okay, wait. So come back to your seated position. And let's see. Take your left knee in front of you first. Yes, that's where I want you. Right. Left knee in front of you. Right knee out to the side. Your foot is behind you. Try to get both sit bones down. If it bothers your knees, just come back to that cross-legged position. Good. And the front leg lines up with the front of the mat. That's it. Okay. So hands come down. Inhale, raise your right arm over your body. Then exhale, bend over to your left. Now try to keep your right sit bone down. That's very hard. I know. Good. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, lower. Other side. Inhale, raise your left arm over your body. Shoulder away from the ear. Exhale, bend to your right. Good. Inhale, arm comes back up. And then exhale, lower. Good. Other side. That's it. So switch. Sit bone comes down. Now make sure that, by the way, your foot, your back foot, instead of looking like this, dorsiflexed, point your back foot. Yeah, kind of tuck it under you. Sit bones down, shoulders square, arms come down. Inhale, raise your left arm over your body. Exhale, bend to your right. Press into your left sit bone. Yep. Inhale, raise your arm. And exhale, lower. Last one of the day. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, bend to your left. Open your rib cage. Good. Inhale, raise your arm back up. And exhale, lower your arm. And then bring your leg back to a normal position, right? And you are done. That is it. How's everyone? I know in 30 minutes, there's like a million things that we could do. I'm like, we got to get them all in there.
That was hard today.
It was good. That little hip thing. I know there was no weight or anything. You're like, oh my gosh, the ball, it just locks your hips in place. So you can't cheat. That's really what it comes down to. I know. Thank you, everyone. I will hopefully see you tomorrow, or I will see you next week.
Thank you, Abby. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, Lori. Bye, Anna. Bye, Daria.